Hi and welcome to Excel data entry form with a search function. This tutorial is actually at the request of one of my viewers out there. Now let me show you guys how this works. Click on reset. There we go, and we can just search for another data in there, provided you know what you're searching for, or if you enter an invalid search criteria, this is what will happen. Okay, let's say we enter the correct criteria that we want, and there we go. That's Tommy Parker. We can also delete any of these, like here we have duplicated name. Oh, let's go right down. I think we have, yeah, right here, this Tommy Lee. We can just delete that. Okay, that's it, gone. And we also have Tommy right here, so we can delete that as well. Then the other thing we can do is we can also print. If you click on print there, okay, I don't have print on my system, so I'm going to select OneNote. Click on OK, and there we go, guys. That's my OneNote. This is just to prove to you that the printer is working. Now get rid of that. And with the other thing we can do is, let's get rid of all of this. We can enter new data in there. So let's say this reference number is 99, and let's enter a name there. Let's say the name is L. Say L Scott, live in number 4 there, and let's say the phone number. Those are the details of L Scott, and let's just say he lives in big town there. So all I just need to do now is to add details of L Scott straight onto the system. So if we scroll right down, and right here you should be able to see the details of L Scott himself. That is it. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is to take you guys to Excel development environment, and we put one of these together. Let's do that now, guys. Okay, welcome back to my data entry form with a search function. Here I just have a spreadsheet that is populated with the following data, so you guys can do the same thing. That is no problem. And if you want this spreadsheet, I will actually give you a link to this spreadsheet on the description area. Okay, so let's go to file. First thing first, let's save this very spreadsheet. Save as. I'm going to save it here as a search. Let's say Excel search function. So first of all, save it just as ordinary spreadsheet. That's the one I will upload onto the description area for you guys, so that you can practice. Okay, so now let's save it again. I'm going to save it now as Excel macro enable workbook. Select that. That is the name you want to save your project. Click on save. Now you need this developer menu. If you don't have the developer menu, go to file, select options, and this dialog box pops up. Select customize ribbon, and inside it, on the customize ribbon, you should be able to see developer menu. Click on OK. If it's not checked, make sure it's checked, and then click on OK. And then you should see this developer menu right here. Click on the developer menu, select Visual Basic, or you can always select Alt F11 on your keyboard. There. Now you will get to this development area blank, but you then need to go click on Insert, User Form, select the user form. This form pops up. With this form that is popped up, you now need to define the size of your form. I'm going to make that approximately 1024, and the height, I'll make the height approximately 800. There we go. The next thing you need is, we then need the following. we need a frame up here. Okay, I'm going to get rid of the content inside our very frame. Come in here, caption, delete. I need another frame right below. That's about that, and I then need one more frame here. There we go. This very frame, get rid of the content as well, or the caption. Just get rid of the caption. Now for the form, I'm going to change the color of the form. Let's change the color to green. Let's come in here. Form will be green, and this very frame up here, I want to change that to green as well. Green. 1, 2 frame. Let's change that to something light. There we go. That's fine. Now this frame here, let's go to the toolbox. I need label up here. I also need the list box here. I need a list box here. Yeah. And underneath there, I need some buttons. I think I'm going to need about 5 or 6 of those. Right. Maybe one more right there. Extend this out there, and here I need my search. Let's get a text box here. One text box here, one label here. There we go. And here I need in total 16 of those. Grab and just copy across. Okay, we need about 16 of those. That's, there we go. Right, move it down a little bit more. First thing first, drag this down. Okay, that should do it now. Click, drag, bring it down. Right, so this needs to come down a little bit more. So the interface is almost ready. So I'm going to increase the size of these components that I have here. So let's just select it all and bring it right down and make it about 16. Font, make that 16 bold, and the same thing here. Let's come in here, 16 bold as well. And this, let's make it about 48. You can always change that and change the color to something light. Right, in there I'll just enter Excel data entry form with search function. That's how it looks. They need to carry out some adjustment, and I'll get back to you guys shortly. Okay, I've finished with the design of the interface. Let me run it and you guys can see how it all looks like. This is how it is looking now, but there's nothing happening. Nothing is happening in that. Save. Okay, I'm going to start with, let's take care of the easy ones. So let's double click on exit right there and just take care of that. Double click on exit, and right there I'm going to enter the following lines of code and enter as follows. That is the exit. Okay, you can also use just unload me, but I prefer it this way because when I run it and click on exit, this is what you get. You might end up mistakenly click on exit, so the system prompts you to confirm if you want to exit or not. Okay, let's say we want to exit. So the next thing we want to do now is let's take care of, let's see, the delete. Okay, double click on the delete, and there, those are the lines of code for the delete. If you look at it, a variable is declared, so covering from range 0 to 65,356. Okay, and if whatever any item that is selected on the list box, just get rid of that. That is it. That's what that is all about. Now the next thing I want to do now is to take care of the, let's see, yeah, reset. Double click on reset, and right there, the reset. So right in here, we enter the following lines of code for the reset. That's to clear whatever content I have on all of the text box. If you notice, I said frame 2 because frame 2 is where all my text box are. That is it. If I select it, you can see it's frame 2. Okay, but the other one that is on frame 3 is search function. So we're going to have to enter that lines of code separately. So we come down here and just enter that, copy this and paste it right there for the search function. So I have 3 of my command buttons working now: delete, exit, and reset. So let's try out the system and see how it works. So we enter whatever we want in here and see if we can clear or reset. There we go. All of that works. There's nothing to delete here yet, so that would do nothing. But the exit works. You see that there, exit. Okay, since we've got those 3 working, I think what I'm going to do now is take care of the print, search, and add new data. So let me exit now. Okay, let's come right down here and double click on the print. The first thing I'm going to do for this print is I'm going to ask the application to show the dialog. So that is dialog, and there's going to be XL, let's see, XL print setup. Let's come down here and look for print right there. There we go. Now close that and say dot show. So that will show the print dialog box. The next thing is I'm going to say this workbook dot, that will be sheets, and that is going to be my worksheet 1. Close that. Dot was print out. Let's say print 1 copy. Alright, there equals 1. So that is the print function taken care of. Okay, let's try out these 2 lines of code that we've just taken care of. So let's run it now and just click on print. There, you can even set it up and select landscape, click on OK, and let's select notes, OneNote, because I don't have any printer attached to this system, and there we go. That's it on a OneNote. Okay, so I'm just going to get rid of that because we don't want to print. Now exit out and go back. So the next one I like to take care of. Now let's take care of add, because this is the search is what the program is all about. Double click on add, and right up there, the first thing I like to do is to declare the following. I'm going to call that dim WKS as worksheet, and let's declare another one, dim admin as range. Now let's set worksheet equals sheet number 1, and let's set add new equals worksheet dot range, and it's going to start from A 65,356. dot end xlUp dot offset. That means go to the next line. That's 1,0. So the 0 is for the definite data. Okay, now that is done, I'm now going to call each of my components. That's offset equals 0, the one on column 0 dot value, and that is going to be equals, let me use that for my reference, txt reference dot text. That's the very first one. Now the next one is going to be, I might as well just copy this and just change it around. We need 10 in total. Just copy, paste, and let's just change that around. That'll be 1, 2, and so on. Okay, those are the lines of codes. As you guys can see, I've entered the names of each of those components that I have on my system. Right, there's about 10 of those really. Okay, so let's go back in there anyway. So double click on that. Now the next thing is, you see this very list box. Let's copy that list box and just come right down here and say list box dot columns. I'd like you to count how many columns I have in total. Give me 11 columns, and dot row source equals, I'm going to start that from, let's say A all the way here. Let's copy that, paste that here. That will be A1 all the way to J 65,356 there. That is that taken care of. So what will happen is, from up here down here, whatever data I enter on any of the text box is automatically saved on sheet 1, why it is displayed on the list box. So if we try that out now, let's assume I enter some data in there, and let's say that is 555, and the name is, let's say look, that will be look Larry. Okay, and address is number 3. Okay. Walking highway. Alright, and postcode is going to be 8 HW. Telephone number, and the date is today's date, and proof of ID, let's say it's a student ID, and he wants to be a member. Let's say monthly, and fee for that, let's go for 45. All we need to do is click on that. You see that all of those data are in place now, and let's look for looks details. That's looks details there. Okay, so that is fine. All of those data, and that include the data that I have on my spreadsheet right here. Let's end that. This data. Okay, looks details should be here somewhere. That's it. Right, minimize that. Now finally we want to take care of the search. Let's bring that up a little bit so that you guys can see the search. Take it down. Okay, with the search, I'm going to declare the following variable first. Okay, I've declared one. The variable is iSearch as long and I as long as well. So come right down here and let's say iSearch equals worksheet, and the worksheet is going to be sheet 1. There, close that, dot whatever range, and let it start from A1. There, dot current range, no, current region, dot rows dot count. There. Now let's use a for loop. For I equals 10 to iSearch. Right. So let's get it trimmed. Now, if trim, searching whatever we have inside this worksheet or the sheet 1 itself, dot cells as I comma 1 is not equals to trim whatever I have inside txt search.text and I is not equals to iSearch, then I want a message to pop up. Message box, I can say, let's just say invalid data. Okay, that's fine, invalid data there. And a set focus txt search.set focus. At the same time, I would like it cleared. Okay, let's clear it. Can just copy this and get it clear before setting the focus. Copy it, paste it right here, and say clear. And there. Okay. And if else there will be an error. Okay, that's just to validate that there's something inside this text box. If there's nothing in there, or if you enter the wrong data, this message will pop up. Okay. However, if trim equals what we're looking for, just copy this. Let's say equals whatever we have in here. Get rid of this. Then I want the following to happen. txt, let's say txt and that's a text box. Text equals dot cell, that will be I comma 1 there. So I'm going to repeat the same thing for the rest of my text box. Just copy this and change it around. So this one will be first name, and in here that will be number 2, and this is 3, and this is surname. And let's speed that up since you guys get the whole idea now. And right there, guys, those are the lines of code for the search function using for loop and if functions. And I've also ended the for loop here and the if statement. So let's run the program and see how it works. First of all, I'm going to populate, you see that. Now let's search an invalid data. Click on search. There we go, invalid data, and the system will clear this if I click on OK there. And now let's enter something that we can see. There we go. Click on search. There we go, guys, and we can reset and search for any other data in there. Let's go for 9999 and click on search there. So guys, with that, I'm gonna call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoyed. You all have a nice day now. Bye for now, and please do subscribe, and you can even be a member of my channel. You all have a nice day, and bye for now.